Hey guys, Alec, Peirce at the ranch, and we're having a great day today. This is Diana's out here with me. Beautiful spring morning. It's chilly this morning, a little cool, probably about, I don't know, 35 degrees or so. But I noticed there's a bit of ice on the water, but it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining, the birds, the geese, the turkeys this morning are crazy. It's just been a beautiful day. Anyway, we're out here in our back pasture. We have about a, I don't know how big this is, 20-acre back pasture that we use for the horses, and we've had cattle out here once in a while too, just a small number of cattle. But anyway, this is our back pasture, and we fenced this off a number of years ago, but we have to check it every year. We have to come up and check the fences. Fences, by their very nature, if you live in the country, you know fences tend to break down, and you got to keep an eye on them. We have changed a great deal in the last few years. Instead of using a normal 9-wire fence, you city folks don't know what 9-wire is, but that's the fence you often see on farms where there's literally 9 wires. Normally, anyway, you can get others, but normally 9 wires, horizontal wires, and then every foot or so there's vertical wires, and you roll it out in a big roll and tie it up. And instead of using that, we've got rid of a lot of that, and we've replaced it with high tensile wire, just a wire fence. And a high tensile wire fence is exactly what it sounds like. It's just a wire. You put in very, very strong poles. It's stronger actually than when you use 9-wire. And then you string out a long piece of very, very strong, very tough, very strong wire called high tensile wire. You string it out. Anyway, all I want to show you today is a really, really simple tool. I got it here somewhere that I picked up a little while ago that has made this job much easier. And this is a T-bar, steel T-bar, and we put these in between the cedar posts. We don't put cedar posts too close. They're probably about 30 feet apart. And then we put one of these, just bang one of these into the ground. That takes a second in between. And so what you need to do is you simply need to hold the high tensile wire firmly. Let me cut that off of there. I don't want to lose that little piece. Put that back in my pocket so nobody steps on it, an animal. And what you need to do is you need to hold this high tensile wire in place on here. You don't want it jammed, tightly locked, because you need to pull this back and forth when you tie it up. Tense it. I guess that's why it's called high tensile. So what you do is you need to take this piece of wire, which is also very strong, and you have to put it around the post, and then you make a kind of a linesman twist, a nice neat twist around there. And that's hard to do. It can be done with a fencing tool. If you know what you're doing, it can be done. That's why those holes are in there, so you can actually rotate this around. But it's a little bit of a nuisance. And I spotted this a little while ago at PV, TSC, or any farm supply store would have it, and it's the simplest thing in the world. It's about 5 inches long, just a piece of very, very strong, I think it's aluminum, and 3 holes drilled in it. The piece of bright orange tape I put on there because it's small, and if I drop it, I'll never find it. So I put that on there. It has a hole in the end. The hole in the end allows you, if you want to, you can put that over, you see, like that, and twist it. Look at that. Neat, huh? So you can make an absolutely perfect twist. Now you don't have to go and buy one of these. Any small piece of pipe would do the same thing, a hole in the end. But this is even better. You notice in here there's 3 holes. You see those, Di? Yeah. You see those 3 holes, and they're different sizes. Well, sure, because it's different size wire. The actual tensile wire is very, very strong, and you need the large hole for that. This wire that we're using for tie-ups is not quite so thick, so we can use the small hole. But this is where this becomes really neat. You can just put that wire through that little hole, and now you can make an absolutely almost perfect. See that? Just like that. That's how easy that is. So you guys out there, if you're doing any fencing, you could make this, but really for the cost of it, and this one is really nice. It's extra strong and has the holes and everything drilled right in it. That's all you have to do. Get one of these things, and it takes a second. And of course, you know, if you're old like me and your hands are getting weak, then done. Next. That's just so easy. So you see it's nice and neat both sides, and then what we usually try to do, if we can, if there's a sharp end sticking out, we'll try to bend that in a little bit so that the animals coming along won't catch themselves on the trees. So there you go. It's snug. It holds it tight to the post, but it'll still go back and forth so we can tense it up. Just that easy. There you go. I don't know what it's called. No idea what it's called. high tensile wire hookup twister. Whatever, there it is. Pretty neat little tool, and it sure has saved us an awful lot of time. If you're doing fencing, could be valuable, and it's so simple, it's great. Talk to you soon. Alec, Peirce, the ranch.